I am in day 10 of recording Coaching for Performance. It's my course that I've had for a very long time. And again, coaching individuals. And I was just finished recording, re-recording another section. And I thought I'd just bring up this piece here that I had. And this is from the document itself here that you'll get as it's the manual that comes with the course along with the online videos of me saying stuff. But we got this note. It's about there's a time and place for shock and awe. And this is where we're talking about when you praise people, you praise in public, correct in private, right? There's this methodology that you say good stuff in front of everybody, and then you save the not so good stuff for behind closed doors. But in this case, shock and awe is appropriate when it comes to, again, unsafe or severely unprofessional behavior. You want to, address that as quickly as possible. Swiftly and publicly is the phrase that I use there, and then follow up in private for sure as a separate conversation. Here's the way that I've always handled it. And again, people take it as they want to take it. It's been very successful for me though. When I'll be in an area, maintenance area, restaurants, wherever it happens to be where I've worked, and I see somebody jumping, like jumping up to try to get something off of a shelf. When we have step ladders, we'll have step stools, whatever, to be able to help people to be able to, climb up safely and get what they need and get back down. And when I see that, and I've always seen it wherever I go at the beginning, whenever I've gotten to a new, either work with a new client or back when I was in industry, wherever my new business where I'd end up working at, I'd see this happen consistently. And you'd hear me yell from across the way if I saw it, like, "Hey, you, stop." Walk over, and I'd walk over, and we would have an uncomfortable conversation. I wouldn't be yelling, but I'd be like, I was like, "So, are there no step ladders, step stools, whatever happen to be available for you to be able to get this? Like, what's keeping you from using them?" And of course, they would be like, "No, I just didn't want to get. I was in a hurry." I was like, "Okay, well, here's the deal. You're trained on how to do this, and we provide these specifically to make sure that you use them. So I'm going to walk you through and retrain you on this because right now I do not have confidence that your training was correct." And I would take the individual, we would go get the step ladder, come back, inspect it, make sure, right, it's safe, put it, place it, go up on the shelf, go grab what we need to grab, come on back down, make sure everything's good, put the step ladder back where it goes because you always return your equipment, right? Make sure it was secured. And then I'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to follow up with your boss, make sure that they understood I had to talk to you about this. But I want to be clear, you fully trained on how to do this. You feel comfortable using it?" "Yes." This is, "We won't see any more jumping, correct?" "Correct." But that's not where I stopped. I'd set them on their way. I wasn't upset with them. I would then go over to every single person who was around the area because they were watching this go on or they'd see it. But it was visible that this individual would be jumping. And I would talk to them and be like, "Hey, hold on. We're going to have a conversation. That is your fault that person did that. Everyone here knows that we don't jump, that we have step stools, that we have ladders specifically for those reasons, right? Because we don't want people hurting themselves. That's not something that they just decided to do. That's a learned behavior. That means it happened here before. Because if that was unacceptable behavior on this floor, the moment that her feet moved a millimeter off the ground, somebody would have corrected her." So I want to be clear on this, that you understand that if you see this type of unsafe behavior, you are supposed to stop what you're doing and correct it. Make sure that individual goes and follows through and gets the step ladder. Is there any question on that? And they'd be like, no, we understand. It's like, "Okay, thank you very much." And then I would move on to every person, talk to them, thank them for their time. It's very important. And go through that process. And word would spread. It would spread that the new guy, the new manager, the new boss, he will light you up if you are not using your ladder. And here's the thing, and it's okay. I would much rather have an entire company of people who are disappointed in me, but their ankles work, than have a whole bunch of people think I'm a great guy and have busted ankles. Like, I'm okay with that. I sleep very well at night with that. But here's the thing, and this is where I knew that I'd made a difference every time when I did this shock and awe piece, is because going forward, not only did they but everyone always make sure the ladder was done. I received requests the moment that there was any equipment that was unsafe. Like it even started fray in certain areas where they might have been like, it's okay. They understood at a fundamental level that I was concerned about their safety. So if they needed something equipment wise safety and it was starting to get bad, I was like, yes, give it to me. I will get you new stuff to make sure that you are safe. And that's the idea behind shock and awe, folks. It's not just the fact that you're trying to. Yes, the person's embarrassed. It happens, but it's meant to send a larger message, a more foundational message to the company, to the people that work for you, that their safety is the most important thing to you. That's why you do that shock and awe piece. You usually only have to do it one or two times. You don't do it all the time. It's usually once or twice and they get it. And if you do have to raise your voice, they understand that this is something serious. That's why I also have on their unprofessional behavior. If you see something going on, feel free to pick the spectrum anywhere, light them up, because they will then understand fully that that is not acceptable in your place of work. And they will adjust the way that they do things. I always love these green screens. You get this type of stuff going on, but it is what it is. So anyways, I just want to share that little bit of coaching for performance. It's one of I love this course. It's one of my favorite that I put together. Follow me for more, to get notes for it coming out and also to get updates on when it's going to be released. All right. See you next time.